What a perfect day. Sun's out, it's windy, it's not too hot. I just ate, I'm feeling good. And it's a perfect day to do an unboxing. Yes, I've reached the point, but you know me. I'm always going to buy some more books, and I finally got some of them here, and now I'm going to review them. I'm really just going to show you and hope that you like them and find them as cool as I did, because I actually spent money on them. And here it is, a whole box. I remember that there was a sale sometime last year, towards the end of the year. I couldn't go because of work, but I had a friend that was going, and me being my delulu self, I decided to spend some money on some books. Now, I can't remember exactly all the books that I bought, because by the time I'm recording this is about February, March time. And I bought these books, so let's say beginning of December. So I can't exactly remember everything I bought, but I know that there is a few more things, some books, some merch, some tote bags and things like that. So I really want to go through it and show you guys. So the first little mini stack, I remember now why this box was actually as big as it is. I had a few friends around me at the time, and I picked a few books out for them. So this box was actually opened, I think, a while ago already, by my friends. They were able to take their books and go their way, but unfortunately, I haven't opened this box since then, so it's a bit lighter than I would have imagined. But I remember spending a little money for a lot of book, so I'm always happy. But for the first stack, obviously, Madeline Miller's Circe. When I was a bookseller in the different stores, I've heard a million things about it, and I've heard it's an amazing book, and maybe, let's say, second only to The Song of Achilles. But I wanted to dive into it. I've never read Song of Achilles. I've never read Circe. I've never read Madeline Miller. So I thought, hey, it's on sale. I think it was like 30 Rand. Let me spend some money. Let me get into Circe, because I believe she does have a book coming out sometime this year, sometime 2026. I could be wrong, don't hold me to that. But I wanted to get into it, and it was there. I was like, I have a bit of money left. Let me get into it. So I don't actually know when I'm going to read this. I do have plans to read it, but I don't know when. Because one thing that I'm trying to do differently this year is I'm trying to actually finish my series. I realized I have this weird tendency to pick up book one, love book one, and then not immediately go into book two and finish the series. So it does take me a bit long to finish series, and I'm trying to change that this year. But you tell me, if you read The Song of Achilles, if you know Madeline Miller a bit more than me. I do love my Greek mythology. I do love my Percy Jackson. I do love anything Greek, Roman, anything mythology related. It's my ballpark. So when I saw it, besides being Madeline Miller, it was a surefire thing. Twisted Lies. Now, I've read this book already. Knowing that I just said now that I don't ever finish series, you'd be surprised to know that I actually did finish the Twisted Lies series. So I read every single book. I have Twisted Love and I have Twisted Hate. So I think I'm missing Twisted Love, Twisted Hate, Twisted Lies. I'm missing Twisted Games. So that's the last one in the series that I do not have. But this was on sale. I had the other two books. I thought, hey, why not just get this book? I might reread it one day if I get into the mood. Maybe they make a movie out of it, since they like to adapt books these days into series, into movies and everything like that. So I thought, hey, it's on sale. Let me spend some money. Let me just get the third out of the four books. And hey, I'm one step closer to getting the entire series and owning it. But this is actually just a good moment to actually tell you this and the next book that I actually enjoy reading, like the book talk, romance, smutty novels. Like that is something that I can go through like in a week easily, and I do enjoy it. Like I do every so now and again I do get stuck in sci-fi, and I do get stuck into maybe dystopia stuff and like general fiction, mystery, and whatever the case is. But I do always circle back to things that almost like safe areas in a weird way. Like sometimes something I know that I can pick up and I'm always just going to enjoy. That's always going to annoy me because I'm always going to be like, oh my gosh, the MC is like stupid, and like why can't we just communicate our feelings, and why can't we just tell each other how we feel, and what do you mean by that? Like how could you say that? What? And this is like my emotional roller coaster. Really, this is my emotional roller coaster. So twisted eyes. Another reason, or the real reasons, why I spent so much money at this sale. So you can see thick boys. And the first one, I'm gonna put this one actually a bit down here, is the special edition Stephanie Garber's Legendary. Now, again, I've never read anything about Stephanie Garber, but I've been around her special editions and I've been around her series. So I know all about Caraval Legendary, Cursed of the True Hearts, I believe is what it's called. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know about these books. So it's in the sci-fi, it's in the book talk region. I was always aware of it. I just never really decided to pick up. I was never really motivated besides the fact that, everybody was reading it. But when I saw the sale was happening and I saw that, you could get maybe potentially some special editions there, some books that just came out, things that would really break the bank on a normal day. I was like, okay, cool. We can spend some money. We can get some special editions. I had one special edition in mind, but we can get some special editions. And here was one. Legendary. It's again straight up my alley. I know it's sci-fi or fantasy-esque. I also know it's book talk-esque. So it could be romantasy, but I have no idea. I have no clue actually if it is that at all. But again, it's a beautiful book. It's a popular author, and it's not something that's totally out my realm. And it was cheap. It was cheap. It's like, look at this book. It's a special edition, hardcover, sleeve off. The silver gilding, I do love it when the hardcover sleeve, when you remove it, it kind of reveals that it's not just gold on like a plain background. And it's beautiful. And bonus actually, something I just discovered when I opened it, it actually is signed by her as well. So it's a win. And again, if I decide to love this series, I might just justify buying the other set and all the other special editions. So am I just a bit deluded and I want to spend more money on special editions? Yes. Would I love the story if I ever read it? Maybe. So maybe I'm not as deluded as people think. Straight into more deluded. So I know the Brandon Sanderson lore. I know that he is constantly writing books. I know that he constantly has books coming out. And I also know that this is the latest book in a very, very, very long series. So I know that I can't exactly just open this book, which is how many pages? Let's just see. Because I think it's like 1,328. But I know I can't exactly just read this and understand what is going on. It's literally the Stormlight Archive Book 5. And I've never read a single Brandon Sanderson book in my life. I saw it and I justified buying it because it was literally a fraction of the price. And this was a new release, like it just debuted. And I thought, hey, when am I ever going to get a chance to buy The Wind of Truth, of all things, a book that just released for about 50 or 60, 70 rand? And clearly, this is just the year I really enjoy sci-fi. I've read The Will of the Many, Strength of the Few, Alchemized, Red Rising. Recently, I've just been on this extreme tangent of sci-fi and fantasy novels, and I've really enjoyed it. And I'm not exactly afraid of massive sized books, having just read Alchemized and actually enjoyed it thoroughly. So I'm not entirely opposed to massive books like this. I just haven't read anything Brandon Sanderson. I really wanted to start with The Trees of Emerald Sea, I think, yes. And just those sorts of things, basically. I wanted to get into that kind of side of his novels before jumping into this, but I couldn't pass up the chance. And now I have 1,300 pages of a book 5 series that I haven't even touched or read. So, maybe not the best decision, but maybe I might get into Brandon Sanderson and be maybe one of his biggest fans. I don't know. But maybe this is just motivation to get into Brandon Sanderson. Now, this is the main reason I spend money on everything else. And it's this. The hardcover edition of Iron Flame. Now I know what you're thinking. I was particularly harsh, or I had my eyes open to the fact that a lot of people were spending a lot of money buying multiple versions of Iron Flame, of Fourth Wing, specifically around Rebecca Yarros. That was where it really picked up, and people had like 6 or 7 copies and special editions of the same series. And I may have positioned it as a, why do people do that, you know? But let's be honest, I'm exactly the same as everybody else. So I have the paperback editions of Fourth Wing, the Imperium series. I don't think Onyx Storm has come out yet, but I have the Fourth Wing and I have Iron Flame. I also have the trade paperback, so this, but just the paperback, normal cover, is not hardcover. I have that of Fourth Wing and Onyx Storm. I don't have Iron Flame. And instead of getting Iron Flame in just normal trade paperback, I decided to get it in special edition. And again, it was 80 Rand and I couldn't help myself, and it's a bit damaged and like the sleeve is wow, but like I couldn't help myself, and so I just did it. So I'm just gonna show it to you because I'm pretty sure you know everything about the Iron Flame Imperium series. Obviously, you just got the bronze sleeve, the gilding. Again, like I said before, for the Stephanie Garber's hardcover, I do enjoy it when you take the hardcover sleeve off and it's not just gold. And it's bronze. It's bronze. But let's be honest, this is where the beauty is. The sprayed edges, I don't care what book you have. If it's sprayed edged, chef's kiss. Like, obviously, there's the ones with dragons, there's the ones with special illustrations and ruins and things like this. But it's flames. It was 80 Rand. Need I say more? And of course, when you open it, I don't know if you'll see this. Maybe I'll actually just take a video of it there. But look at this. Special edition comes with it. It's like, please, come on. Like, need I say more? I'm super excited for the next book. I'm pretty sure the next book is supposed to come out sometime this year. I will be rereading it. I will be reviewing and kind of like setting my expectations. That's something I am looking forward to, and I think I might actually, I enjoy gravitating to the other formats of the book. I think that's just like something that, if it exists, why not, so I might just reread the series in trade paperback. I might read it in paperback only, but yeah, this is the reason why I spend money on all the other things. And the last thing, so every now and again, when a nice big title comes out, there's promotional merch, there's tote bags, etc. And I've been in the industry that I have like a lot of book themed merchandise. But obviously, when you are reading a lot and everything like that, you want something that is related to what you are reading. Because if you love the books, you always want to represent it, but you find it always easier to represent the books that you particularly love and you particularly enjoy. So I got some merch. First one with the promotional material, and the first one is the Iron Flame t-shirt. So this is something that obviously they brought out for the release of Iron Flame a few years ago. I can't actually believe that was a few years ago, but I actually didn't believe this existed. I saw somebody wearing it one day during all these meetings and things like that, and I was like, oh my gosh, if there is one laying around, I need it. And thankfully, I have it. So I hope that one day I can also complete the set and have like the Fourth Wing. I don't think they did anything for Onyx Storm as big as Onyx Storm was, but it's an Iron Flame t-shirt. Like, how cool is that? And I know there's probably like other like non-legit or non-authorized merchandise that probably looks a lot better than this, because this is done by publications and to promote the new releases and things like that. So maybe it's not exactly fantasy orientated in the sense that it's for longevity. It's just to promote the title, a specific hashtag, whatever the case is. But it's an Iron Flame t-shirt, and if you're buying multiple copies, Yeah, might as well have a t-shirt. And of course, sticking with the t-shirt, I don't think I'm gonna open this one, but no, actually, I think I won't. But it's a Calabasas t-shirt. So I also have a proof copy of the Calabasas. I wasn't lucky enough to attend the what is it? The Escape the Maze at Comic Con, and it's the Calabasas t-shirt. I read it, I reviewed it, and everything on Instagram. I think it was even before I started this channel. But I really enjoyed the book, and I've got the t-shirt, and not well, not even just the t-shirt, but the bag as well. The little tote bag, which is, let's be honest, let need I say anything. But I'm clearly blessed to have all these things, clearly blessed to spend my money on these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful works of art that we get to keep in our homes. And you let me know which one out of all that I just showed you that you guys would like to see me read next. And tell me what you guys are reading right this second. And thank you very much.